So I'll start this by saying first, don't do drugs. That's for any kid who happens to stumble across this madness if I keep it live. For those who are still here, maybe one, maybe two, I was talking for 5 minutes and didn't realize that I wasn't live. So if I'm talking to myself, I want to say what's up to me and how am I doing? Arigato, shalom, hotep, habarigani, and all the above to myself. And I'm going to start the show. Oh, there you go. There goes grown man. So I was talking for 5 minutes or so, didn't realize I wasn't live. That stuff happens. I mean, yeah. So I like to, hey, how you doing, guys? How's it going? Um, I mean, there's so much I could talk about. I was just actually sitting here saying, hey, I should just go live because, I'm lit and I've done my work for today. Surprisingly. What are we gonna talk about? What did I even put in the title? All right, fine. Watch how magic happens, y'all. We are gonna talk about today. Yeah, I'm lit grown. This is gonna be interesting. I have no idea where this is gonna go right now. The Gilded Age. And the reason I did put that in the title, because I think I was reading somewhere along the line that people were comparing this to the Gilded Age. And for a number of reasons, I thought that was interesting. But I hadn't really paid any mind grown until I got lit and I started thinking of random things. Don't teach your kids how to read, y'all, because then they'll start thinking about stuff all the time. And God forbid they actually create something. So if you want your kids to be creative and think of stuff, teach them to read. But if not, then don't do it. But so let me just start by just I know all the wokes know, but for those regular people who are in here, just talking about what the Gilded Age was, so people have some context. As you can see on the screen, the Gilded Age in U.S. history is the period, from about the late 1870s to the late 1890s. So anybody that's known me for a while knows that if we're talking and we have a specific topic or time period, or definitely time period, we should try to figure out where we are. We being the highly melanated beings of for this current time, the planet Earth, unless they plan on shipping us to Mars, which could be likely. Um, so yeah. So the late 1870s to the late 1890s, and where is the highly melanated human? Fresh off of plantation. Lord have mercy. Right? Late 1870s, you thought you had a shot. You was ones and twos in off the plantation, but lo and behold, your reconstruction got deconstructed, and you end up migrating to the ghettos. We followed the North Star to the PJs. Lord have mercy. But I'm not going to get started too early. I'm going to remain civil and civilized. So the late 1870s to the late 1890s. So people are comparing today's times to the Gilded Age. That's the point of me talking. For all of those people in the cheap seats, there they go talking about the 1870s and the 18... Oh, shut up. The greater point is I'm trying to see the parallels and comparisons people are drawing from this era, if they have any relation to today, which occurred between the Reconstruction era, that's your whole era. They done gave you an era in the history book. Reconstructed you, plantation. Now you Negroes in free nation. And the progressive era. This is important for y'all. We might have to deviate there before we go any further to talk about this, but it was named by 1920s historians after Mark Twain's, there goes a reference, the Gilded Age. This is important, I guess, if Mark Twain, hold on, this nigga. Hold on. All right. Yes, rest in peace to Asada and Dr. Quinn Taylor, 100%. Well, there goes one deviation. You must not know I'm lit today. Uh, so, rightfully so, um, I'm going to shift gears for a second. So, I'm sure many of you wokes done heard about or noted about Asada transitioning ancestor at this point, but so did another person who I found out about, which is very, very important as well academically to me, was Quintard Taylor, right? And he was American historian, and he was founder of blackpast.org, which in my opinion is the Wikipedia of the black world, and not enough people know about that website. In fact, since I'm here, this is Dr. Taylor and this is Black Past. And um y'all should still donate if you choose to keep it going. But the reason is where you can literally, I don't know, I was talking about the Gilded Age. So now I can come here and maybe we'll do it right from here on up, be showing the power of one, blackpast.org, and the subject matter that we're talking about. I put in the title, The Gilded Age, and let's see what Black Past has to say about the Gilded Age. So we could choose from people. How about Julia C. Collins, an African American educator, novelist, and abolitionist, best known for her work The Curse of Castle or The Slave Bride, considered the first novel written by an African American, I was going to say woman? Woman, yes. So now we have in this period of this Gilded Age that we're talking about, one of our writers. It says, look at this for relevance for today. In 2022, HBO's historical drama, The Gilded Age, set in the U.S. during the Gilded Age, featured a character named Peggy Scott, who was inspired in part by the life of Julia C. Collins. So thank you, Dr. Quintard, the ancestor, how our black past come together, even when we talking about so-called unhighly melanated history, we see ourselves in the story simply by going to blackpast.org, and we see how we got one here. And I probably could do this for the next hour or so. This is quite interesting. You should know about Meta World Peace. Wasn't the first Meta in Negroopia. Meta Warwick Fuller was a black female artist who specialized in sculpture. Shout out to the artists out there. So we have this, and this is going in line with, if you knew about the Gilded Age, you would know about the arts really coming into the play and the reconstruction of modern cities. And so what does this mean? Sculpture and architecture and the constructions of buildings really come into play during this era. So you have things like Woolworth buildings and Sears Towers and Empire States buildings and Bertolli's statue, which is the Statue of Liberty, and all these things happen during this Gilded Age. You also have, I can guarantee you, anybody listening, if you go down to your state capital, that state capitol building was more than likely built when? During the Gilded Age. This is the reconstructions of municipal buildings and government buildings around the country. Yep, guarantee you. But you also see people like us who are into the arts. Shout out to Augusta Savage. And now you see Meta Warwick Fuller, another woman, into the same realm during the Gilded Age because the arts became important, especially in these mediums. You also have the construction of what? Museum Mayo, which is the Met and Museum of Natural History, and all the other museums along Central Park. But it ain't about New York. Once again, look at your state capitals and you will go and see it's probably going to be what, 1890s, 1910, somewhere up in there, um, uh, whatever your state capital is. Right? So, anyway, since we're talking about the Gilded Age, all of these things, look around your cities today. We're not going to get stuck in the past, no matter you in New York or New Orleans, got these glass, old, boring buildings going up. Well, back in these days, these were the buildings that you see now and probably fallen in a lot of places that have the sculptures and the architecture and big grand interest ways and all those things are going to nasty glass $1 billion look at me museums. This is a reflection of the times. What do I mean? Look at the how do we demonstrate this so you don't think I'm just rambling? Let's see. Pardon me, New York. Oh, nah. We're not. Atlanta skyline. So y'all don't say I'm always New York and something. So why is it going to Yahoo? What did it like? Do I have a virus? Why is it going to Yahoo? Atlanta skyline. I'm gonna cheat and put glass buildings. Peachtree Plaza Hotel. So what's happening is these are the type of things that are going up around your country. I'm trying to get more specific to your apartment buildings. Remember when so some of us from a certain age is from the close the curtains era. You don't want people looking all in your damn house, especially if you got more than 2 pieces of furniture in that motherfucker. But they were a certain way. Now think about the buildings you see in the gentrified and the gentrifying areas of downtown, huh? Think about your restaurants. Remember, if you was a certain age, they was going in, it was dark, maybe a little bit behind a curtain at least. Now what? You go to the restaurant and the big ass glass, everybody walking by, looking in your mouth and looking in your plate, and while you Instagram snapping, thinking you saying something. This is the look at me lifestyle. YouTube, MySpace, Facebook. Think about it. So the whole world has changed, and this is a reflection of it. Look around, look at your buildings, and what is it, Seattle, wherever you are, Dallas? Go look at them. They ain't the same buildings. Look at me, big ass glass buildings, just as soulless and cold and Wall Streety, right? What we doing? Walking by, looking in them people windows. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all can act like I'm fronting if y'all want. Let me look at the chat for a second. Huh? Am I lying? Huh? Y'all know what I'm talking about, Thurman. Huh? This is the world that we're living in because the Gilded Age was important. We're going to talk about that because there was a period of excess, incredible excess that you would not believe by a certain few. While the masses are fighting for things, what? And the attack in many ways on immigrants and migrants, you happen to be on a migration and migrants migrate in the cities during this period. And the focus becomes on you. In these days and times, you was minding your business, drilling and sliding, what they call that thing, genociding with your theme music, all by your lonesome, ain't harming nobody. They done sent the national troops. Don't make me go here too early. And this boy done told every general and admiral, Our testing ground is going to be where? Some term they ain't used since Nancy Reagan was around. The inner cities. Well, guess who live in the inner cities? Mostly you niggas. He done told the generals and the admirals our testing ground is where? The inner cities? We doing a good job on our own, sir. But look how they played you. They done messed around and told you the game plan. Now listen, it's gonna hurt some of y'all feelings out there. But not necessarily nobody in here. Let me take that back. These gentrifiers, right? They done messed up now. They done came and lived too close to Taquel and Jamel, thinking that was the hot new gentrifying location. And Julio and Javier in some places. And look what's happening now. When the National Guard come, they don't go, oh no, this the gentrified building. No, you want to play around with the with the Negroes and all that and try to gentrify, your ass is fool too. Why? Because it's all about the Benjamins. That's another important part about the Gilded Age. It's not what people think. When I was of a certain age and I'm a Gen X person, I'm gonna give you some millennials. Here you go. This is how I'm reflecting on it as a more vintage aged individual at this point. In the 1980s, I grew up in an era where there was something called the yuppie. Let me show you. Let me go back to here. Yuppie. Why is it going? They done changed my browser, y'all. I done got attacked. Yuppie. Let's go to Wikipedia. In the 1980s, millennials and Gen Zers listening, I grew up and there was something called a yuppie. This is important. I'm glad I took this turn and twist because I never went to this Wikipedia page, share this tab. Maybe I'll start there. My bad. Yuppie. This is important, like I say, because I've never been to this page. But before I go, remember what I just said? Look at what they done spray painted on the wall in Austin, Texas. Yuppies go west. Stop what? Gentrifying. Who are gentrifying it? The yuppies in East Austin. I don't know if this is from the 80s. I got to find out what year. But you get what's going on. So who's a yuppie, millennials and Gen Z? Is a young urban professional. Who is gentrifying your hood today? Young urban professionals, majority white, is a term coined when in the early 1980s, see, I wasn't lying, for a young professional person working where? In a city. The term is intended as it's first attested in 1980, was used as fairly neutral demographic label by the late 80s yuppie backlash developed due to concerns over issues such as gentrification. This is the 80s. Similar in the progressive era, but I'm going to deal with this for right now. I'm talking about the Gilded Age of the 80s. Maybe that'll be a little bit more home pause for you to see because it's the same thing today. So who's that yuppie? Tech bros, knock, knock. Those young folks you seeing while you got vegan chips in your bodega now and that coffee about $5. You can't even get a cheap empanada anymore. Poppy done went up to $10, $12 for an empanada. Something you didn't want to know the other people at your job that you knew, the Spanish person at the truck, because you couldn't afford lunch like that every damn day, but you was hungry, snuck over to the Spanish cart, got your little $2-3 with the empanada taco or something. You was good until you got home. Don't lie to me. Well, Poppy done got wise. Why? Because these folks done came here and now he can charge you $12. Lord God, forget about the corner store. You ain't never seen that many vegan chip brands and what is that skinny pop? Let me tell you something. I said this the other day, and my real people in here can feel me. When I growed it up and was of a certain age, listen, exotic beer to me was Heineken and Guinness. You hear what I tell you, millennials and Gen Z? This is for y'all. Don't let these people fool. Gentrification cause you to start talking about somebody's IPA or blonde or anything else. Heineken and Guinness were fancy beers in the ghetto I grew up in. Hmm? Let me tell you something. We are dealing with yuppies today. Peace to the people that's still in here. We building today because this is what's going on right now. The yuppie is your gentrifier. You see it on your screen. Hmm? I never drank no Malta. That was you and the Ricans and Bushwick. I never drank no Malta and coconuts. You're not exempt. I never drank no Ting neither. Ting. What? Go in there, just give me a chicken patty, and when I got all self-righteous, give me a veggie patty, but I don't want no ting, and I don't want no Malta. Malta. I live in and from a first world country, my G. We don't drink that. That's not even a drink. That's something you just call sustenance. Don't get me started, Corey. I'm trying to be civil. Yuppies, 1980s millennials, and yes, vegan patties, cool. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace to my folks. I'm glad y'all up in here. We're gonna have some fun now, huh? Yes, sir. Vegan patties. You heard me. I'm gonna keep it at. Let me take my. I'm gonna get real with y'all for a few minutes because y'all know your boy is back. I gotta get some stuff on my chest, and I'm not the most politically correct individual out there, so y'all can leave now if you feel a certain way. But yes, I go into the Jamaicans. I don't want nobody's oxtails either. What message? Oh my God. Yo, I didn't know that. Yo, thank you, Rob Bourne. I don't know how I could put that up on the screen. Rob Bourne, I gotta find out how to go. I'm gonna go to the page and get the slide. But Rob Bourne has sent me the stat, y'all. The channel has gotten 1.1 million views over the time we have started this channel. 1.1. Now, I know you hating that niggas. Well, Mr. Beast get that in the day and all that, but shit. For some Negroes who's trying to wake you ignorant, ungrateful, highly melanated individuals up, that is accomplishment. Accomplishment. You never see me begging. You never see me on nobody videos, as them niggas saying all that, or trying to get involved in nobody's conversation. Me, Rob Bourne, the Hootie, Seneb, and the rest of them, MBK, Kaba, and all of them, in our own little world, telling you what the whole time, anti-woke, anti-consciousness. I'm here for the neo-wokes and the regular Negroes, highly melanated mostly, but hey, Tito and Javier and all the rest of you, if you want to learn something too, welcome. Little old us. Thank you, Rob Bourne. I don't like shit. Like I say, Math Hoffa just got that amount just yesterday's video, but god damn it, he ain't told you who Henry Highland Garnett. It's a celebration right now, huh? So let me read it. What does it say? 1.1 million views, 83,000 likes, 225,000 comments, and 46,000 shares. Thank you. Dahootie. Here you go. What did you miss? Something that you, Dahootie, created. And let me give my credit where it was and NBK and Kaba and 93 and the rest of them. Rob Bourne sent me the stat. I need to go to I guess, hold on. Let me log into the YouTube page so these people don't think I'm lying. Hold on. That is pretty cool, Rob Bourne. I did not know that till he just sent me that. For what it's worth, y'all, I think it's cool. I mean, I get it if it don't mean a goddamn thing to y'all, but the Hootie will probably appreciate this. Let me show you. Let me go to the screen, the Hootie, so you can see it. YouTube Studio. Rob Bourne, where you saw that at? Dashboard. You know, I'm like a special education nerd if there was such a thing. Like, oh, heck, no, that's channel analytics. Where do we, dashboard, analytics? Okay. Overview, content. Lord, it's going to take me half an hour to figure this out, Rob Bourne. God damn. Last. Well, just put in the link in where I can find it. Send me the link or something. But yeah, the Hootie. One point, I ain't know. Listen, one thing you won't ever do is call me a woke. Near one of y'all, I have been anti woke. The Hootie was there. Was I have been anti woke and anti conscious from day one. Lone wolf. Hmm? Wolf's is, I should say. So let me get before we get back to learning stuff, because you know I ain't with all this accolade, all this stuff, whatever. But let me just repeat for Dehudi. We got 1.1 million views, 83,000 likes, 225,000 comments, and 46,000 shares. So I want to thank all of y'all, and I truly, y'all know how I go. Before, if you've learned throughout the years, whether you hate us or love us or whatever, at least one new thing, and gotta laugh, then it has clicked the bar graph on the home page. Click the bar graph. What bar graph? I clicked the bar graph. It says views, but this is only like current views. This nigga love Rob Bourne, just love embarrassing me like this. I'm clicking the bar. Ooh, what's this? Customize your report. I don't want to make no report right now. Last 28 days. Custom. All right. Hold on. Do I gotta go all time? Where's the all time button, Rob Bourne? Since you want me to do this live, ain't no button that says all time. Oh, yo, see, that's what I'm saying, chat. Wasn't nobody doing nothing. I came up here to try to talk about the Gilded Age or something, and now I'm over here flustered and confused trying to show y'all I ain't lying about the 1 million views or something. Why do they do this? Like, I really do just try to do good, and I always end up looking crazy. What bar? It says dashboard content analytics. I go to analytics. That only is giving us for the last 28 days. I'm not doing this right now. Chat, well, if you don't believe me, then you can say I'm lying. I came up here today out of nowhere to tell you we got 1 million punk ass views on the channel. Okay? Yes, Memphis, you got it. Nah, I'm not doing that, Rob Bourne. If they don't believe me, then I guess we just lying for some reason about 1 million views. Whatever then. I'm moving on, Rob Bourne. Why do you do this, brother? I just talked to you a while ago. I'm chilling, minding my business. I'm flustered, I'm confused, and now what? Oh, they talking about they got 1 million views. Ha 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 ha. Somebody, we got 200,000 views just yesterday. Ha 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 ha. Like, I can't do nothing right. I'm just over here talking about yuppies. Got a few minutes. Let me talk about yuppies and just build. I know people might want to learn something new. World is all crazy right now. No, that just never works. See, this is disrespectful. Dehudi, let me get to it. Dehudi and MBK and who was there? Kaba. These people are responsible for this channel way before a lot of people came around. This is all. I just happened to be there from the beginning and just refused to just, I don't know, just turn the channel off completely. Maybe it's some form of torture I put upon myself, whatever. So, source up. There you go, GA. I'm lying. Yes. I go live out of nowhere to talk. There's 42 people in here. All right, cool. This ain't about that now no more. Can I just get back to what we're doing? Because we got greater points. Hopefully people can take something from this and see the analysis. Thank you, all of y'all. This ain't no celebration video though, man. Let's move on. All right, where we at? To hell with you, Rob Bourne, and all of y'all. Gentrification. These yuppies did this. So where we at today? If you look around, Who was there? Whether Dallas, Atlanta, Miami. You're going Miami. You've been done for how long? Miami. Speaking of Florida, the Hootie, Miami. When I was of a certain age, Miami didn't go no further to South Beach. Didn't go no further than about what 13th or 15th Street, and then it got for the the rainbow people, whatever was past that. But even that part didn't go. Now South Beach is damn near up in the what 60s and 70s somewhere. That's gonna tell you. See, that's a live example. Them people, y'all people from Florida and Miami, that I know what I'm talking about. South Beach was up to about what 13th Street. What was it? Amnesia or something was down on the other end, right? Going past, like, I think that's even past like First Street, right? But it went as far as what, a couple blocks after Wet Willie's or something like that. All of that other stuff wasn't no damn yuppies, huh? What happens? I could tell you the long story. Snowbirds been going down there forever. Their children decided they was going to live down there, enjoy the nice weather. Having the ability to work remotely allowed them to such places. Why Miami? Miami ain't known for nothing. But the thing is, great weather all year, and it's an international market. That's what it's known for. So that region tied people to it. And a lot of money's down there due to the large Jewish population. Financial institutions pop up. They're able to go down there and gentrify. All comes off of the backs of what? They're seeing their grandparents stop snowbirding, going out there enjoying 6-7 months of good weather. Side note, that's what that was. So you can look at Austin. Artsy fartsy people go down there and make it something. Gentrifier tech bros come in. Yuppies of yesterday, tech bros of today. Is anybody listen? Gentrifying. Williamsburg, Brooklyn. The ground zero for it. I saw it from day one. I remember when it was Puerto Rican gangs. You hear me? Puerto Rican gangs. Boy, woo. Don't make me make a sob. Listen, Corey, before you came around, wasn't no Negroes really just running around that part of Bushwick like that. Or Williamsburg, you was on that strip of Myrtle Avenue and Marcy, Sumner, and Tompkins, because your nappy head done been there since when? The Gilded Age. Those projects come around in the 1950s, though. Okay? Ricans. Wild Ricans. Share this tab. We're going to get back to yuppies. We all over today. You're going to learn at least one new thing. Gangs, I tell you. Let me find someone. Oh, you want... Now, we're not going to get into the Hebrew Israelite gangs. I'm going to take it too far. Y'all going to start crying in chat. But gangs. Where's the other? Brooklyn. 1954 even. Here's something you never seen before, y'all. Pay attention. Here's a Jew. 1954 gangs. You think it's with the Crips and the Bloods? Don't let your granddaddy and them lie to you. GDs and Vice. This is before GD, Vice, Lords, Finesse, anything else. Up in the Bronx, the Fordham Daggers. That might be Garfield and them old Jamaican immigrants people up in there. Doing what? Gang war. This is 1954. The Golden Guineas. Why? Italians were up there. The Imperial Hoods, but they call you a hood. Imperial Hoods. This is 1954. Gangs. There you go. Demons and Latin Aces in East Harlem. Y'all see it. Why? El Barrio. That's where the Ricans went to. That's why it's called El Barrio. You see? Gangs, don't let your grandparents lie to you. Crusaders, dappers, juniors, dappers, midgets. You see it. Here you go. The chaplains, the bishops, Fort Greene boys, Brooklyn, Green Avenue stompers. The stompers are still around. Quiet as kept. If you from Brooklyn, you know. Red Hook Dukes. Don't let these people lie to you. Your grandparents is liars trying to play self-righteous. I'm sorry, but I said it. Hmm? Brooklyn, 1945. Gangs, 5 white, 5 Negro, and a little rainbow mixed group. Gangs. Hmm? Hmm? Like they was all just self-righteous, church-growing, hard shoe-wearing niggas, huh? Your grandparents is liars. Marijuana, gangs, drugs, shooting, Tommy guns. That's your grandpappy in them. Hmm? You see it. I'm not making it up. They ain't tell you about the white gangs. Did Trump mention the white gangs running around here? Who is it? Everybody is sniping everywhere. They got to have some sniper gang militias? Why ain't you going to get after the militias? Why? Because, folks, this is the key lesson. You looking for something that's anti the American story. They snatched you from the jungle when you was playing hopscotch with gorillas. You are always the center of attention. That will never change. They went to D.C. You forgot D.C. was still killing each other. Why? So natural. What's his name? What's the little fat T Grizzly? Well, y'all know him. One of the rapper dudes? He done went back to jail or something, didn't he? Grateful Dead? Huh? DC Blacks is getting YouTube channels now. Like there ain't nobody think. But you sending the National Guard. Why? It's the same old Willie Horton Americana story. Who is Willie Horton? They say he just talking now. Willie Horton. There you go. Willie Horton, he ain't just rambling. If you learn just one new thing, I've done my job. Willie Horton was who? Commonly referred to as Willie Horton is an American convicted murderer who was the subject of a major political controversy when the 1988 presidential election. You were at the center of it. Niggas running wild. And when, rewind what I just said, we're in the 80s. Yuppies gentrifying, same era. Wall Street was the top movie, not the remake with the crap Rio. And who, GA and the old heads, watch how I bring it all together. And they gonna go, ooh and ah. Who was at the center and the golden child of this era? Who? Ding, ding, ding. Donald J. Trump, you slow people. Welcome to the 80s. Where were you in the 80s? Cracked up and on your mind, spinning on your head. Hip hop is dead too. God damn. Yuppies, gentrified. Tech bros, gentrified. You, victimized. You again, victimized. My bad. Released for a weekend as the beneficiary of a Massachusetts furlough program, all them you was pounding your chest because Nookie and them was coming home from the Rockefeller drug laws. That's what's on the Rockefeller drug laws, right? Every crack dealer from the 80s and 90s was coming home and you was celebrating. Well, guess what's happening now? They saying shit. No bail, stay your ass in jail. That ain't going down. Because what happened? You coming out here still sliding. That's the picture they painting. Well, let's look back in the 80s, huh? Furlough program, he failed to return and was later recaptured and convicted of committing assault, armed robbery, and in Maryland, where he remains incarcerated. During the 1988 presidential election, Vice President Republican nominee George Bush brought Horton up frequently during his campaign against Democratic nominee Michael Dukakis. The renaming of Horton, who is black, has been speculated to be the product of racial stereotyping. Look at this, y'all. Want to play a game? Watch the magic. I'll just hover over racist stereotyping, and through the magic of Negro vision, who pops up? Jim Crow. White man in blackface making fun of you. Does anybody listening to this? Hmm? Willie Horton? Well, hover over racist stereotype what they did, and they got Jim Crow in this bitch, and you still can't even put the pieces together. You better hope I don't go live more often. Is anybody listen? I didn't do no magic. You see it. I came over here to tell you about Willie Horton. This new vape pen, amazing, by the way. Huh? Yeah. Same thing I keep telling you. You are the story. What that got to do with today? He said we gonna use the inner cities as a training ground, signifying who else been in the inner city but you since Willis and Arnold back in Different Strokes. Yes, I'm going there. A different strokes, taste, different stroke. Yeah, huh? Where was Cooley High? In the city. Where was all the other stuff where the Negroes was migrating to the inner city? Well, guess what? You ain't heard that since the gentrifiers started coming to where? Chicago, New York. Excuse me, they always been here in the hood, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, all over, right? Till they start coming to that part of Oakland you thought was yours. Then all of a sudden, the inner city done magically disappeared because you got a coffee shop. Huh? Here goes some ill stuff. Now inner city no more because why? The cabs go there. There you go. The inner city change when the cabs start going to your neighborhood. Here go another thing you taking of millennials. Let me show you some of these people taking for granted. This is what you taking for granted. Your mama and your daddy and them ain't gonna tell you. Was no delivery man coming to your neighborhood. The Chinese delivery man didn't even. You had to go meet him or outside somewhere or go and pick it up. We was to go pick it up, people. Wasn't nobody delivering no food to your door. Don't let these people fool you. The gentrifiers brought that to the hood. And the bicycles too. Huh? Bicycles bicycle lanes. How many kids you know we was doing wheelies in the street getting now they got the hood looking like Holland and get them bike lanes. What you doing? Stick ups on bikes, but that's another story. Crazy ass niggas. Man. All right. So, yeah, what happened? Well, I'm trying to be serious. I can't look at the chat no more. Y'all making me laugh, man. I'm trying to be serious about this stuff, y'all. It's serious. The asteroid coming. Please pray for this shit to be over. Side note, once again, I don't care what faith you are. It's best for all of us. Yes, Rob. What did I do now? Fit the Willie basket, and I just showed Willie basket. Willie Horton. Willie Horton, not Willie Basket. My fault. Willie Basket. Now I gotta fit Willie Basket. Of course I can talk about. They don't know. They're not ready for Willie Basket yet. They're not ready. I'm just giving them Willie Horton. These are millennials. You think I want? This is all due to Rob Bourne. Once again, the object is you're gonna learn one new thing. These all correlate in some really twisted way if you smoke enough weed. So just pay attention. He wants me to talk about something else, which he don't think I have the ability to correlate to today's example. I'm gonna show you how nice I am. This is on the fly, my guys and gals. He wants me to bring up another Willie. This is Gen X lore once again for millennials and Gen Z. Pay attention. Okay, here's a name for you, Willie. This Willie Basket. This boy done got a Wikipedia page, I bet. Basket. I know he got a Wikipedia page. Ain't nowhere in the world he don't got a Wikipedia page. What? Oh, yes, they do. Willie Basket. Willie Basket. Pay attention because actually, Rob Warren, I'm going to show you how this is coming back today, just like this is what you did, Rob Warren. This is now the profile show. I done changed the show about 8 times since it started, but right now, this segment, the profile show. Brought to you from Rob Bourne and the Peanut Gallery Cheap Sheets. Cheap Sheets texting me while I'm live, hating, thinking I can't pull us off. Watch, my brother, watch this happen. Willie Horton, profiling, crime, adult. Willie Bosket, watch how this goes, chat. What? Can I get to it? Okay, Willie Bosket, an American convicted murderer whose numerous crimes committed while he was still a minor. What are they trying to do today? Bring back. I was about to say. You know what I meant, smart nigga. Bring back. I'm a stick bit it. Bring back. Huh? Putting the little children's in jail. Why? Drilling. Guess what's gonna happen? National Guard in your hood, young children, no direction. God forbid. But you know what we are lined up for. One of them little babies. He said, "You think I'm playing?" Let me clear this up real quick before I go any further. Trump, let me show you because you don't think I'm making it up. Share this tab real quick. Inner cities. I'm just going to put that so you don't think I'm cheating. I'm going to go to the news. Trump justifying domestic military action tells Pentagon leaders to handle the enemy from within. Do you want me to show you how you have been that since they snatched you from the jungle? Should be used as Pentagon training grounds. Training grounds. Fugitive Slave Act. Teaching former American Revolutionary War military men how to hunt down the Negro. Sharpening their military skills against that wily animal. Where have y'all been as we about to celebrate another great year for this country next year, 2026 from 1776? The game doesn't change, only the players. Where you been thinking it's going to be different? You just can't see it because you don't want to believe it. Just pray for the asteroid. It'll be easier. You will join my cult one day. We can end this all in mid-sentence. All of our loved ones come with us. You ain't got to cry for them. Mid-sentence. Boop. All over. Done. Humans, the most disgusting animal the good Lord ever created. Just a plotting big difficult and demons. Sit up there and plotting how to make a plane, not to shoot to the stars, to shoot another plane and kill somebody. Lord have mercy. Adam and Eve. Adam should have shot for the sky. If Adam had shot for the sky or the eye, we wouldn't have been here. That's what should have happened. Don't make me tell it. Worst thing Adam ever did was Adam had the worst pullout game in history. I just had a revolution. Adam had the worst pullout game in history. Look what he created. Ooh, don't make me get to it today. Y'all tuning in. Y'all don't want the truth. Y'all don't want that real. They don't want it. They don't. They think I'm playing. What you tuning in for? What do you think? Bruh, what do you mean, bruh? I mean this. That's why y'all know. Yes, Adam, this is what, matter of fact, GA, you know, messed around and desegmentized another one out here. Welcome to Adam's Pullout Game on Trial, and I'm going to put this in capital letters, pause. Hmm? We would think of how much better the world would have been if Adam pulled out. Hmm? Lions, all type of exotic animals. Ain't no animals breathing and stuff for some factories and snow packs. Your president got you talking about coal. Let me relate it because y'all are slow. The EV tax credits have ended. What does that mean? I am a tree hugger. Proud. I love nature, fresh air, fresh water, animals, birds, and beasts. Huh? Today, ain't no more tax credit on EVs. Today, not only is Elon somewhere crying because he ain't the biggest welfare queen in American history no more, is anybody play? I said it. Elon Musk is the biggest welfare queen, South African welfare queen out here in history. But at least he was trying to do something. But guess what we ain't got now? We ain't got nothing. You're going to have more Leica, Rock, Pause, Ford commercials everywhere. They're going to put out a new Denali, and you slow niggas going to run right back and go get, I'm going to get me the new Denali. Huh? It got GPS in it now. Huh? Can't breathe. He opening up coal factory. Coal. Let me show you something. Flashback once again. I'm gonna get back to Willie Bosket. Here goes Willie Bosket. I'll get back to him. Coal miner's daughter. They're gonna be like, what the hell? I said 1980s. Bong, here we are. 1980. See how good your man memory is? I'm popular culture is a weapon. I know it like the back of my hands. 1980. Coal miners. So we're talking about coal when I was a kid. Your president, millennials and Gen Z, is talking about bringing coal back. To hell with your electronic vehicles where you can breathe. Bring back the coal so these people, can have all of this crazy back again. Same people hanging you. Now they got their theme music. Same era, 1980s. Same era. Inner cities. What's happening in inner cities? Yuppies moving to the inner cities. And once again, you have the best sliding theme music and drilling theme music. It's chart topping. Huh? Ain't it? Well, ain't it? Nah. Ain't it? When this is going on, where the highly melanateds? Growing up in the hood, yeah, boy, 1984. Ain't that what what's my old MC8 said? Huh? The more things change, the more you stay in chains. Inner cities, gentrification, the 80s, millennials, these your parents, Gen Z, these definitely your parents. I was there. Don't let these people lie to you. What this guy doing? A greater picture before we get back to Willie Bosket. That I said this earlier. All of you, all of us are at a critical point in history, and what a time we chose to be born. Why do I say so? We are literally on the clock. You can no longer blame the elders or the ancestors. They are gone, and they are going, as you see, rapidly, unfortunately, for all of us, got to punch the clock sooner or later. And it's happening. So, what does that mean? You can no longer, oh, it's their fault and the elders and what they ain't doing and what they need. They're gone. They're gone. You are clearly on the clock. And why? If the world ain't showed you nothing, all that many of those generations fought for, you ungrateful, woke so and so's. All the things that you spent years ridiculing, calling them toms for sellouts and coons, all of them are going away. All right, you pick up the pieces. Show us how it's done. Integration didn't work, and this and that didn't work, and schools didn't work, and this plan didn't work, and these was coons. You're on the clock now. What organizations you got to take care of the people? And don't look to mommy and grandpappy's organizations, because those are their organizations you're looking at. What you got? So now you're living in this version of what they went to. What do we do with it? Where are we talking about what the future looked like? You know why you're not? Because it's grim. Just pray for the asteroid, y'all. Trust me. But getting back to Willie Bosket. Willie Bosket, same era. Now we dealing with the miners because we ain't forgot about them. Why? Because the tanks is coming, so they got to hurry up and knock each other off before the National Guard come and do it, right? That's what we want. What is it? The Chef G done winning. Who's up? Little Zayo, Zama, and Big Papa Joe, and shit. And where's Yo Gotti? Has anybody seen Yo Gotti? You know that boy about 30 seconds from trying to Lil Durk himself to Dubai. So this nigga talk all that. Nah, Gotti got it, son. What? Memphis on the map. And then look at, we're lying to ourselves, and these chickens are coming home to roost. You thought, where is that nigga at, son? Angela, what's her name? Vanessa, whoever run DMC said, I'm out. And you hot niggas about to even plug you all. You toasted, son, huh? Meanwhile, the biggest question is what is, never mind, hang on. Willie Bosket, American convicted, a minor, here we go, y'all. While he was still a minor, led to a change in New York State's law so that juveniles as young as 13 could be tried as adults for murder and would face the same penalties. Okay, so briefly, we saw this with the training grounds. Let's say laws change. Okay, I forget what it is. I just saw it, y'all. Here we go. Let me go to Google. Age change to be tried as adult. And I'm going to go to news. I think it was recent. Here we go. See? Real time. That was then. This is 2 weeks ago. The House expected to vote on charging DC 14-year-olds as adults. Y'all think I'm joking? Hold on. Y'all think I'm joking? Huh? Right there. So you don't think this is from September 15th, 2025. Y'all think I'm joking? Here you go. DC, where I told you the National Guards is at and all that other stuff, charging the babies, like I told you, as adults. You're going to learn at least one new thing. You're going to think I'm just, huh? This is September 15th, 2025. Slide your ass to prison from puberty. Compliments. And now what? Now what? Guess who just locked you up? A federal troop. Guess what you could be put with? Federal charges and federal things will lead to federal plantations in some form. But you refuse to believe me. Why do I? Because for the next 3 years, as I told you for the last year, within his presidency, in some form, plantations will be bought up in some fashion. You think I'm joking? This is why I want to keep this channel alive. Just enough to see it. What is it? 3 years or so from now. So I can come on with one big I told you. Scared yet? Memphis, you better tell them, yeah, you laugh at me all you want. I'm going to have a black robot to have shoot laser beams or something. I'm going all the way out, futuristic style, something. We ain't got a chance with all that sliding and all that extendos ain't doing nothing. They got drones and laser beams and stuff like that. You better find Q Butter and the rest of them people who trying to do something futuristic and I'm telling you, you better adopt. What was it? The hoodie, the Apple logo they had a few. You better think different out here. You better think different because what's clear, since you want to, what is clear is you ain't busting a grape since the National Guard. Your whole collaboration got shut down and fell in line from the National Guard. You ain't doing nothing if he say send the real troops in. So don't tell me that you gonna do something magically when he sent the weekend warriors to DC and the parts of New York because I see him now, and he gonna do the same thing in Chicago and Memphis and you ain't in Portland. We gonna sit and watch probably them crazy white meth heads do probably the most work out there because you know they suicidal to begin with. Huh? So y'all can play this game like these things are not real. There you go. Now you guys are thinking. Heat vision, cold breath, super speed. This is the only way we're gonna get up out of this. Now you guys are thinking. Think outside the box. Did they see what was coming when you created hip hop? Did they see what was coming when you did your Nat Turner thing? Did they see what was like? It got to come from left field. You're looking and blaming people, but trying to do the same way as them. Meanwhile, these people doing the same thing. So you gotta understand. You already know how the game goes. You are somewhere broke, um, without health care, trying to really put pennies together. And he said, and killing each other, unfortunately. And he said that the big problem is they need to send the military for you. Come on. Come on, y'all. So things like this no longer are funny. And I know she's not kidding when she said it. These things are real. This ain't the Alex Jones segment, but if we're gonna go there, the things that you never thought about, you may want to have somewhere in your cranial repertoire, huh? What you doing? Don't make me spend the next, because y'all know I'll do it, but I just didn't really want to make y'all sad. I can spend the next 10 minutes showing you how things ain't looking right at all. This ain't got nothing to do with what Trump said directly, but the real numbers. The robots are already here. They ain't coming. And they're going up and down the chain, wiping you out. And you have no other ways to pivot because what you going to do? It's only in Woketopia that everyone has a black farm, works from home, has a pop-in stock portfolio, and is a crypto influencer slash trillionaire. It's only in Woketopia that I can promise y'all it does not exist in the rest of Black America. So I know that the woke group online is different, but I'm here to tell you the rest of Black America has real concerns because they, in some way or another, rely on certain things. So anyway, Willie Bosket. Let me go back to the screen. We see this here today, September 15, 2025. It was important because he was beyond a maniac. He was incredible, but it's during the 80s, right? He has been in either prison or reformatories for all but 18 months. since 1971. He's still alive. Okay? Y'all want the story? The story is ill. He's been in prison since 1971, and he's only been free 18 months since that time, and has spent all but 100 days of his adult life in custody. He has not spent a full year of his adult life free. Willie Bosket. The story gets even crazier. I asked Rob Boy, I think it's a documentary, but yo, do y'all want to hold on? Y'all in the chat? Yo, y'all want to hear how this story gets even crazier, y'all? I promise y'all. Watch. I don't know. I think I asked Rob Bourne if there's a movie or not. Trust me, he needs a movie. You see how the laws changed because of him. Now watch how the story get crazier. Bosket was born in Harlem. His father, Butch, killed. His father was a killer. Killed two men at a Milwaukee pawn shop. Shortly after his son was conceived, he was sentenced to life in prison for the crime and later earned a degree in computer science and psychology while incarcerated. This is Willie Bosket's father, got a degree in computer science in the 1960s and psychology. He was a murderer. Butch was released from prison and went on to get a job as a computer programmer for an aerospace company, but was charged with a crime. He shot his girlfriend and committed suicide to avoid being caught. That's number one. Guess what? That's Willie Bosket's father. His father got his own movie story right there, don't he? Dude from Harlem in Milwaukee kills two dudes at a young age, gets sentenced to life, earned 2 degrees, one in computer science in the 60s and the other in psychology after being a double murderer, and somehow gets free, goes on to be a computer programmer at an aerospace company, then end up shooting his girlfriend and committing suicide. That's his father. Then we got the what they call it, the part 2 of the movie. We ain't even mentioned Willie yet. Bosket had a traumatic childhood. His grandfather was released from prison. He, you know what, to Willie many times. When he was 9 years old, his grandfather had him perform, to teach about girls. His mother had different living boyfriends who beat her. Bosket often jumped to defend her. Somebody screaming, "I'm going to burn it up." He also suffered a head injury when he ran out into the street and was hit by a car. When he was 9 years old, his mother, heeding advice, petitioned he be placed in a center, stating he was a person in need of supervision. He was placed at the Children's Center in Manhattan, quickly ended up in Spofford. New York heads of a certain age know what Spofford is, which was a secure detention center and a child's equivalent to an adult Attica State prison. That's what Spofford. Now, let me tell you. Let me give y'all this, the Gen X again, y'all. New Yorkers in particular. If you're of a certain age, I had plenty of cousins who was there. I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to go there. Spofford. If you got Spofford on your resume, that means, ooh, you got a real messed up childhood and you're not likely on the going to college path. Spofford was what, like, I guess at one point before us, they called it juvie. But like you can see, it's literally the training ground for you next. Those are the same group of children who are likely going to go to Attica. So can you imagine running around the hood and such just came home from Spofford and you know how to do all type of things with razor blades and how to get the wave just right. This is the 80s. Lord have mercy. Spofford. Anyway, he would be in and out of detention centers and reformatories except for a short time when he turned 21 and served out time for murder. His mother told him, "Don't be bullied. Hit back. To get respect, you got to be the toughest." He developed a reputation for violence on which he prided himself. This will become important. Watch. On March 19, 1978, Bosket, then 15 years old, shot and killed Noel Perez on a train in New York City. Right? 8 days later, Bosket and another accomplice shot dead another man, Moises Perez, in another attempted robbery at the back of another 3 train, one station south of 148. In between, Boskin and his accomplice shot a New York City transit employee working in the Lenox Yard and committed 2 other armed robberies, one of them on the A. All of this is in about a couple days, y'all. What? Bosket was tried for the murders in New York's family court. As the trial was underway, Bosket surprised his own lawyers by pleading guilty to both murders. He was sentenced to a maximum of 5 years. What was people getting? Kids getting from murders? He had 5 years. Prosecutors sought a longer sentence but were limited by sentencing guidelines for minors at the time. 5 years, 2 bodies. See where that sick concept of sending the babies to go and do it comes from? So Hugh Carey goes in and they change the laws, pushed that the laws allowing juveniles to be tried as adults. It is sometimes referred to as the Willie Bosket Law. And this is, yeah. A year or 2, he began serving a sentence for 2 murders. Bosket escaped from the youth facility. He was caught after 2 hours, tried and result for escape, sentenced to 4 years in state prison. He was returned in 1979, released in 83. After 100 days, he was arrested when a man living in his apartment complex claimed Bosket had robbed and assaulted him. Awaiting on trial, Bosket assaulted several court officers. He was found guilty of attempted assault and sentenced to 7 years. At this point, he escaped from the youth facility, nearly came back to haunt him. He was 16 years old, meaning he was now considered an adult. In New York, escaping from a correctional facility is a felony, even if the facility is a youth one. He was facing an automatic 25 years of life. He was acquitted. I'm gonna keep going because y'all ain't even done. Convicted that he would die in prison, Bosket took out his rage on corrections officers, getting into numerous altercations. Arrested for one of those instances, he was convicted of assault and arson and sentenced to 25 years to life. Remember, he's already in prison. In 89, remember where we are, he was sentenced to an additional 25 years of life for stabbing corrections officer Earl Potter at the maximum security Shogunov. After the 98 assault, Bosket was transferred to Woodburn, where in 1989, he drew a third 25 years to life sentence for assaulting a corrections officer with a chain. All 3 sentences are consecutive. His earliest possible release date is September 16, 2062. Now, since his conviction for the 1989 assault, Bosket has been housed in solitary confinement since 89 millennials. He's been in solitary longer than you were born. Good God Almighty. While at Woodburn, nominally a medium security prison, Bosket was housed in a specially built plexiglass lined cell. Who lived in a plexiglass lined cell? Huh? Who lived in one of those? Hannibal goddamn Lecter. Huh? Hannibal goddamn Lecter. There you go. Magneto. Huh? Willie Bosket, y'all. This is real spit. This is what they did. Well, you see, he had a trouble life to begin with, but the babies, and the babies are getting younger. They're gonna reverse the laws once again to start basketizing. You ain't gonna get baptized, little babies. They're gonna get basketized again. So now you go to prison for all these years at 13. What do you think is produced on the other end when it gets out? Even if it gets out, he gets out at 18, 5 years, 13. Put Willie Bosket in the Hannibal Lecter chamber. Stripped of everything but a cot and a sink toilet combination with 4 video cameras watching him at all times. He was only allowed out of his cell for 1 hour a day. Although he was allowed visitors, they could only speak to him through a window in his cell. Bosket once declared war on prison systems that he claimed made him a monster and was cited for almost 250 disciplinary violations. And you can read the numerous violations. He was transferred to 5 Points, a maximum security prison. Although he is still in solitary confinement, he is evaluated periodically, and due to his clean disciplinary record in recent years, may join the general population sooner than 2046. What? Yo, you be in Gen Pop in another like 20, yo. What? You be able to see people in like another 20. What? Mm, 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 mm. The 80s. When this is going on and urban blight and the cities are crazy, in that mix, gentrifiers are moving in. Soho and areas like that are coming up. It's edgy to live in those parts of Detroit and the punk rockers and all those places in Chicago, and right? It's edgy still to do that, right? And they became the IBM professionals and the bank people, and the mini Trumps, the yuppies. Where were you? Toe up from the flow up. What do you think will change? You can't afford the blue chips. You're fronting. You went from buying 1 beer to now you got to buy a 6-pack of some exotic shit. Oh no, you never tried this? This is the... Get out of here. Your mama drank a Coke 45 or a Coors Light. Your daddy was happy with a Coors Light, or was that Miller High Life? Was classy beer. We was just as content. You went to the family reunion, looked in there. It was some Coors Light. It was some Budweiser. We was just like some rednecks when it came to our beer. We was the hootie. We wasn't with all of that, huh? You looked at the nigga half side eye when they bought the Heinekens to it, right? Like, oh, he think he's special. Oh, you bought that good beer, is what Uncle and them said when you bought the Heinekens and the Guinness. This is what I'm saying. You changed your culture for them, and they looking for you. They looking for you out there doing the centipede or spinning on your... Like, niggas, y'all don't do nothing but do Fetty in the hood. Shit. Spin on your head or do something. This is why they here. MGD. Come on, y'all. What world are y'all living in? Y'all see this? You're in denial. Huh? Modelo's. Thank you. Huh? All this type of stuff, you now acting like it been there. You acting like it's successful. I mean, it's acceptable. It's not. All of a sudden, you know, yo, what's that kombucha? You trying to drink kombucha somewhere in your crib, throwing up. Little coffee you had when you started drinking coffee. What happened? Punk ass side and slide bus to Starbucks because somehow their coffee is now better than the corner store coffee. It's this this Ethiopian coffee. You bought all of that. Oh yeah, they didn't exploit people making this coffee, and now all of a sudden, come on, y'all. You got to go get coffee and have whipped cream in it. What kind of, if you don't knock that shit off, stuff is going on here, y'all? Talk to me out there, y'all. We have lost our culture. Black people don't got no culture. When you started putting whipped cream on coffee, that's why you ain't got no culture. Trying to be them. Blue chips and whipped cream coffee. Come on, y'all. They played us. CL, don't make me go there. They played us. We in there talking about sativas, indicas, all this hot shit when we were just happy going to the weed man. We got our weed in plastic and cellophane and was happy. Now you talk about terpenes and flavonoids like that means something. Come on, y'all. Stop fronting. Happy with the weed, man. Yo, if it smell good and it ain't got a lot of sticks in it, nigga, past that. Oh no, you ain't got the gumbo licious, blah, blah, blah. That's only 28.7. I want the 30% one. Come on. You a bunch of culture vultures. Yeah, I said it. I'm taking it there now. I think y'all know I ain't get the blackout a long time. I'm taking it there since you're gonna stay tuned in, and I thank you dearly for it. Hopefully you learned one thing thus far, but I may drop a jewel or two otherwise. But listen, you are culture vultures. These are the facts. Breaking news: the Negro is a culture vulture, walking around eating blue chips. Blue chips. Huh? Come on. What happened to Utz? What happened to Bonton? Huh? What happened to regular old coffee in that cup? Whipped cream. All of this gotta say during the 80s what happened. We can learn from these things, y'all. We can learn. What happened during the 80s when we were, what it seemed for many of us there, at our lowest point? We were the most creative people and created something in a way of living, not only to get us by and get us over, but you see what it created. That was creativity that did that. That was creativity on your grandparents who can take a block of cheese and make a miracle. That was taking creativity of having nothing and making it something. That was appreciating the extra slice of sweet potato pie or the fact that you did finally get the transformer or whatever. That shit means something. Just think of the music, for instance. And I know music has changed, but I'm not talking about the quality. I'm just talking about how long something lasts. The songs last. The album. You had an album. They had me. They lasted longer. Like you listened to them for longer periods of time. Not comparing the quality and nothing like that from back then and now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking about the appreciation of things. You didn't need it. You know why? What was going on at the same time? You slow people. There you go. Once again. There you go. I'm going to go back to it a second. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. When was this? Slow people. It's the same era. Y'all don't want to believe me. 1984 to 1995. And who was the main person on here? Showing his gold toilets in the 80s. Donald Trump. Going doing what? Where Puffy get to having the tigers at the party? And then all of a sudden every Negro gotta have lions and tigers at their party? Donald Trump. Facts. This is the 80s. He's the epitome of what a yuppie is, although he's a trust fund baby. But we go back to what a yuppie was doing. They were gentrifying just like now. Let's keep going. 1980 article, Dan Rottenberg reported in 2015 that he did not invent the term. He had heard other people using it, and at the time he understood it as rather neutral demographic, right? So this whole inner city thing. Jerry Rubin of the Youth International Party called them yippies, so forth and so on. He had heard people at the networking group, which met at Studio 54, the soft classical music jokes that Rubin, blah, 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 blah. Let's go. So, used to describe a political demographic group of socially liberal, there go your George Floyd fans, but fiscally conservative voters. You see what they did when they went in the voting booth. Yes, they were George Floyd in it, but they went into the voting booth to vote for their better financial interests. Yes, we're willing to Black Lives Matter, but not at the expense of my summer home. Let's not take this too far. Did you really think, soft-hearted Karen was gonna give up her summer vacation so you could have more? You must have lost your ever-loving mind. She'll donate to your basketball team, but shit, huh? You see the tax break she getting? You think, man, you niggas got this story twisted. If you thought she was gonna go behind them curtains and have a bleeding heart to what? Vote for Javier and him getting Medicaid or whatever lie they telling out here. Nigga, please. Karen ain't crazy. Shit. Yeah. Trey Farm. Trump. hmm She probably wore a Black Lives Matter t-shirt while she went there and voted for Trump. Yo, son. Y'all need to, if y'all want to, let me put this in there now. I'm going to make me an AI movie, okay? If y'all want to help me get this done, because, using the video is causing me crazy angst. Listen, where's it at? Y'all can support, okay? I'm dead serious, yo. I got some funny shit I need to get off my chest. The AI, I swear to y'all. Some of y'all on Discord know I'm dead serious. I'll be doing this all day. Like, this shit is expensive, y'all. But y'all gotta help me. Like, I gotta put some shit. Come on, Karen got the official tissue Black Lives Matter t-shirt on, went right in that motherfucker. Was like, fuck out of it. Yo, I gotta say, and then Karen come out the photo booth. The booth, and she got the kufi on. She got the RBG kufi on, everything. Oh shit. Gullah, what world do they think they live in, yo? Somebody help me understand, yo. I'm serious though about that, y'all. Like, y'all can look at the prices. I know Gullah is a computer nerd now. Where's Memphis at? He'll tell you this stuff is not cheap, and I spend that. N8N is expensive, and other AI stuff, and that's why I asked y'all to donate so I could. I mean, I'm dead ass, yo. I'm gonna put this big project together, but VO be cutting off my and I'm trying to get the Sora 2. I haven't gotten an invite yet. Let me switch to nerd mode for 2 seconds, yo. But Chat GPT or OpenAI just put out their new video AI, which is Sora 2, but right now it's invite, and I'm trying to see if I can get me one of them invite codes. And that's for that. But yeah, I have been using a couple other things. But yeah, they get crazy after a while having all these subscriptions, y'all. And well, not said. Well, VO1 and like there's other ones. I just don't want to say all the stuff I'm using. I just will say that anybody who's playing around even with uh, image creation or any of the AI tools at this point knows that I'm not making this up when I say these things, yo. You'll fuck around and have crazy like, oh shit. Yeah. But I'm not better off buying in Detroit, which has money around it. I don't know. I don't like. This is not that I have a solution hotline, niggas. I don't know. I'm keep trying to tell y'all better get involved in this tech somehow. Get you a black robot and figure something out. That's all I'm going with. I'm going to live in the mountains away from y'all. Y'all understand my point about this? I'm clear on where we'll go. I'm going to live up in the mountains so I can go hiking and look at a bird. I gotta ask Google what that is. I am from the projects. I'm happy riding this thing out in the forest, I don't know, planting tomatoes or something like that, listening to Wu-Tang. I'm fine with that. So I'm not like the rest of you people want to live in the gentrified areas. You see what I'm saying? Living in the gentrified areas with the yuppies. You call them tech bros now. Some of them are your associates if you're millennials and Gen Z, and you see them. And then their life gets compounded by why they live off of smoking mirrors and this thing called influence. Not actual power anyway, but the power of influence. You have a president who is the leader of the free world who is going off of influence. Style over substance is where we are. And this is what's dictating how money is going to flow. And when style over substance takes hold like it does, then the substance has less and less value. So you sticking to those good, hard, solid, traditional things are going to be difficult to deal with because it's so full of style over substance. And you see on many occasions when you're sitting down and creating any type of product and you put type of mind and thought and all that stuff to it, somebody comes along and just, here you go, beep, beep, beep. This is the world we're in. You got to deal with it. And now you have to deal with AI slop coming in, and you guys are now getting comfortable just watching so much of what you believe is to be true about history or the facts from AI sources right now that is unbelievable. And then our personal mentalities are being twisted because we are victims of the algorithm. Where is your Charlie Kirk ups and downs that you were suffering from, what is it, 2-3 weeks ago? See how the algorithm can easily subside that for you and it's on to the next drama? Victims we are. Straight up Dojas. Soldiers. Huh? 1984 millennials, we had to read it once when there were mandatory books in school. This ain't something you need to ask Chat GPT about. You need to actually read it. Huh? That's what you need to do. What you do? Oh, 1984? Let me go see if there's a YouTube video on it. Gen X will do it too. Gen X, listen, these niggas acting like they was all in English class. You know my nerd ass was in English class. Most of these people wasn't in there, millennials. Don't believe them. They was cutting class somewhere, smoking reefer and gambling. Now all of a sudden they turn to be of a certain age, 40s and 50s, and got some kids. Oh yeah, when I was in class, nigga, you wasn't in class. Let me look in the chat because I know some of y'all be lying. Why are you lying to your kids like you actually went to class? Come on. That's not fair to them. You better go to school and get the fuck out of here. Sabio, you had to go to class because Sabio, these are the facts, y'all, was Urkel's bodyguard. Say hello to the chat celeb. Everyone, nobody else was in here was a bodyguard. Sabio was. Nobody else protected the life over what? A black icon. Sabio did. Everybody gives Sabio a shout out. We gotta honor our own. Shit. Thank you for being honest, Tactic. Yes, VC. Sabio used to be the bodyguard for Urkel. Can celebrate your own when they're amongst us. Gullah Griot is probably the last Gullah martial artist. These things are real. Gullah is from that. He's very tribal with all that Gullah this and Gullah stuff. He know African martial arts. He looked Gullah. He looked Gullah as hell. Ain't no denying it. Respect the people in the chat. Like, cause you never know who we're talking to. Don't nobody else. You know who's a nobody group of people who got 1 million views. I'm gonna work that to I'm gonna work that y'all till ain't nothing left. Y'all know I always put that in perspective, but that's all I got, y'all. Thank you, Rob, for reminding me the Hootie. We gonna celebrate after. But who else you know got 1 million views? They can say that. But see, here you go. See, you see, chat. I don't want y'all to think I'm lying when I tell y'all that we have our own influence in the chat. Recognize and realize, huh? Let me do another thing. Since we here, like when did you know, chat, listen close. Can I put Vyasa on the big screen? Look at my man Vyasa, Nicola Gullah. When has the chat ever met an actual DeBarge impersonator? Never. There is not one time that none of these 39 people in can say, yo, I met a DeBarge impersonator before. Here. This is the Gilded Age of thinking. Look, DeBarge impersonators, Gullah, the martial artists, bodyguards for Urkel. Nobody has this conglomerate of melanin. Straight up melanin, y'all. But back to where we were, the 80s, this period is important for the yuppie. Stereotyping always winds up being derogatory. It doesn't matter whether you're blah, 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 blah. These were the yuppies who were what? Talking about a class of people who put off having families. Who's putting off having families today? That's right. The same people got you eating blue chips and drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon. And let me tell you another thing since we here. I get to get some stuff off my chest. People, holla if you hear me on this one. Exotic for us was the Chinese restaurant. Some of you Bamas down south and out to the west and Midwest had the opportunity to have the Chinaman buffet. In our northeastern regions and along this northern corridor, what? The Chinese restaurant. That's all we had. Now you look around, you barely see the old dirty Chinese restaurant no more. Now we got, what is it, poke bowls and Thai food, and you acting like that ain't the same people you saw just working in the Chinese restaurant. Talk to me. All of a sudden, how you go from being Chinese to being from Thailand? It's the same people. They don't change the decor and the menu, and you ain't said a word. And they charge you more money. Oh no, this ain't Chinese rice no more, which was $1.50. This Thailand rice, and this shit is $8. Y'all don't want me to really break down the real. Tell me I'm lying. Now you talking about just like this Indian food. I wish you would bring some Indian food home to your mama if she's of a certain age. Your mama will whoop your ass. You bring some Indian food into the house. That hot stuff make her bubble guts like that. Huh? You would have never thought to ask Nana to try some Indian food. These are the facts. Yo, I got to get this off my chest. Egg foo young and chicken chow mein was fancy to the type of Negroes that I know. When you finally got to pronounce General Soul or one of them things, I thought I was a half Chinese. That was fancy. It wasn't all of that other. Oh, now we in Thailand and poke bowl. What's the other one? My daughter go to the bang or some other stuff they eating from Instagram. Hmm? Eating a whole bowl like a Vietnamese soldier. Ain't nothing in there. This bowl is $35. Ain't nothing but soup water in there and some old dumpling or something. Hopefully you ain't got the pork one. When they do that, you got dumplings from the Chinese restaurant when you were sick, huh? When it coming out little water. When you didn't want to have what is it, chicken noodle soup, go to a Chinese restaurant, go get you some soup from the Chinese restaurant. There you go, pho. Ryan know she know I ain't lying. Pho. She know that's look. I don't be lying to y'all. See, look, see, that ain't nothing but Chinese food and soup water. What are we doing? Oh, there go another one. Not boba tea, bubble tea. Big ass. And listen, I know this is something that the younger ones do it. And I know older ones do it too. But listen, you out here drinking these China man of funny drinks with what is it, the pearls in it and the big ass straw, looking like you at the carnival somewhere. You are highly melanated. What you walking around looking like you got drinking a Coney Island drink? Going in there, you don't even know what it means. Oh yeah, throw some of that in there too. Come on, y'all. What happened to Lipton's and Nestea and Nantucket? None of that work no more. Now you walking in the hood drinking bubble tea. Bad enough you done went and got a frappuccino. You playing yourself. I'm sorry, highly melanated. A frappuccino? We don't do that. Frappuccino? Now what's happening? You niggas, oh no, I love the orange spice Starbucks. Get the fuck out of here. We wasn't doing that. We was not doing nothing pumpkin spice. Nothing except pumpkin pie. If you really want to keep it black, it's not really black standard. We are sweet potato pie people. These are the facts. Man, this feels liberating right now. Yo, let me tell y'all something. Y'all out here fronting, letting them people once again trick us out our bag because every October you acting like we was pumpkin pie people. We was not pumpkin pie people. Your grandmother wasn't no pumpkin pie person, sweet potato pie. But since you want to be all, pardon me, integrated with the culture, you are now making pumpkin pie acceptable. Get the fuck out of here. Pumpkin pie. Come on, y'all. This is why we struggle with culture. You don't gave it away to everybody come and gentrify and throw your punk ass $1 for your rap CD. Damn. I don't know. I don't know. They took your whole style. Everywhere you walk, they wearing every flavor of dunks. Nothing you got is exclusive. Why? You let them take the game. The yuppies came and took it. The yuppies came in the 80s and started taking the culture downtown to Soho and Tribeca. This was Russell Simmons, Fab Five, Freddie, and others. Huh? They started playing around in Soho, Andy Warhol, and all of them, not realizing what they did to Basquiat. You see what they did to Basquiat? Had him in a room somewhere, throwing up on himself, scrolling on papers. Now the Gap got it for sale. Huh? See what they do to you? Trying to play around. Oh no, that's great art. Let's exploit this shit. Huh? Took the culture away from you. Now you got to go downtown and listen to your hip hop. Only thing you went downtown for is for court dates. Huh? The yuppies, this is the 80s. This is the birth of hip hop. Oh no, it's cool because Rick Rubin is involved and this one and Madonna's in the video and Blondie came through. Who? got to be kidding me. Culture gets away from us, and then shit. The ball done ran from there. Now we got to fit into some mold that they feel comfortable with. Hmm? You know why? Because they fit into a mold that you feel comfortable with, because you done put these people in a force field in the hood. What do I mean? Before them white people got beat up and that girl got killed on that bus, the gentrifiers been walking all through the South Side or through East New York or wherever your tough part of town was, and you ain't did a goddamn thing. Nothing. What you talking about? They gentrified and you ain't do nothing. You was too busy sliding and genociding. What? Here you go. Here go the math problem that got us messed up. Sidebar: genocide meant more than the gentrifiers. While you was genociding, they was gentrifying. Woo, woo. Think about that. While you was genociding, they was gentrifying. So how does that math work out? Look at the numbers games in your once heavily democratic neighborhoods, and you yourself seeing this moderate Republican lean toward it. Whether you're in certain pockets of Chicago, whether you're in certain pockets of New York, look at how much Fort Greene, Brooklyn voted Republican last election. Whether you're in certain parts of the Bay Area, whether you're in certain parts of Miami, that little part that you might have crafted out that was Democrat, look at how they're going more and more moderately Republican. So the gentrification effect and your genocidal effect has switched it politically and population-wise. Think about that. While you was genociding, they was gentrifying. And if it was a numbers game, look at your hoods. They're becoming more and more away from your political interests. And you still want to talk about pumpkin pie? I have moved on. Please don't make me black out on your whole food selections. So now I'm going to keep it exclusively on my hood people. You old prison-minded niggas have now let these corner store, or whether it's strip mall, at the gas station, if you don't live in New York, y'all know the places I'm talking about, and now you eating ramen noodles again. Have you stopped for a second and looked at these places? They look just like the commissary, and that is intentional. You slow people. Look at your places. Look at the corner store. Look at that Indian place in the strip mall or whatever, if you out of town or whatever. You know what I mean. Ho-hos, ring dings, and colorful drinks. All commissary cuisine. Slow people. Ain't no real food in the whole store. Do I need to drop the mic? Go. Some of you probably walking around the store now. Look in the store. Ain't nothing real. The whole juice cabinet ain't nothing but sugar. Look like a goddamn rainbow diabetic festival up in there. Then turn around. Ho-hos, cupcakes, ring dings. No food in the store. It's a commissary. You don't get it? How you gonna go to the store, whether the strip mall or nowhere, and you can't even get a goddamn orange? But you can get 7 different kinds of, I don't know, Twinkie. But no, you think you slick. I don't eat those no more. I know what you boozy, fake ass wokes think. What you gonna get? I'm gonna get blue chips with my Snapple. Woke niggas is blue chips and Snapple ass niggas, yo. Doritos and kombucha. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Come on. Nobody say nothing. That's all normal for us. Oh, that's just how we do. No, we don't. They know that the quickest come up is to serve us the trash and it recycles through us. I keep saying this. It's unfortunate, but we got to see it. Look how everybody come up. Oh, yeah, get them the trash so we can make some money off of them. We ain't seen real food in the corner store in God knows how long. And this ain't no New York thing. Like I say, if you live out of town, you know what I'm talking about. Go to the gas station. Hmm? You go to the gas station, what you doing? Lotto, cigarettes, and ho-hos, honey buns. Looks like a commissary. And now, I hate to do this. The hood trend is for you to go get the ramen noodles and stand outside like you doing something, eating ramen noodles? At least go to the ramen shop and get beat like the rest of us thinking us doing something. You going to get something that you know is prison food. That's what we doing now? Lord have mercy. Meanwhile, the gentrifiers don't think they're any better. The Chinaman got them going crazy. They sitting there eating the same. They call them ramen shops. Ask Ryan and all these fancy food eating Negroes. Yep, the same ramen shops. And you go in there, you pay $25 for some soup, water, and ramen noodles. The world is very different now. Tactic. Don't start because you don't know. Maybe you do. I'm a big fan in the Netherlands. One day, once in my life, I had dreams of retiring in the Netherlands. But it's crazier the world over. I'm just praying for the asteroid now. Popeyes. What's going to happen now, folks? We're hitting crunch time. Can't nobody cook no more, and Seamless and Uber Eats is getting out of your price range, and you lying to yourself every time you order. Huh? You not even trying to look at the price of it no more because you get mad, huh? But you consistent on DoorDash dining. Tell me why. Because you don't want to say you're an addict to that crap. Hmm? They got ghost kitchens around here, my Negroes. The same kitchen. Are we ordering Chinese tonight? Or are we ordering Indian tonight? It's the same Mexicans making all that shit. Seamless. Can I go all the way? I'm here now. I'm on as well, yo. Remember the 80s? Remember I talked about this? Here we go. We're going to do this together. Because y'all going to have to explain the difference. Let's see. U.S. government food box. Where was y'all at? Y'all remember this? Hmm? Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Like y'all act like y'all remember this? Hmm? Matter of fact, this was the box right here because I remember the writing. But this is what they ain't gonna tell you, millennials and Gen Z. This is how when they all that welfare stuff they talking about. This is how our food came. Okay, what does that say? Pasteurized. This cheese right here, my God, your grandmother caught arthritis trying to cut this cheese, trying to feed your ass. Believe me, respect grandma because she had strength of a giant. You needed a butcher knife to get through this damn cheese, and it never really melted. Right. Grilled cheese in the hood was a horror show, right? Because you couldn't use the good Velveeta cheese or Kraft with the packages. We had plastic around our packages. That was good cheese. This cheese was damn, we got to eat this cheese. You was hoping grandma, mashed it up somehow and put it in the macaroni. Anyway, this is how our food came. I don't know about the rest of these wokes because they grew up in, happy woketopia where they wasn't on government assistance, but God damn it, part of my life, my family was. And so my point of this, our food came like this. Not that, no, that's some third world shit. Not like that. Not like that. I'm trying to find the old school pictures. The cheese was the closest thing, right? And this was the box. And so why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Because you don't realize what you don't realize is you already getting used to being rationed and you're being influenced by these things because it's the same mechanism when if this, wait, hold on. If this comes to your door, then it's okay, right? when a fresh direct come, somehow that's okay, right? And you're getting programmed this this okay. Oh no, this is once again, this is Tom and Sally's food, so it's okay. Hmm? Hmm? Now this is okay. And then you get fancy and you go to what? What's the other one? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna show you. Boom. This is what you do now. Now, oh no, no, no. Sally get her food in the box, and it's better food in the box because Sally got it. So I'm gonna be eating Blue Apron food. Same food. Rationed your food, and it's coming from Magic Land. You don't know where this is coming from, but it come in the box, and Sally eating it. So you think you doing something. See what I just did there? Same box government food. But Sally do it? Oh no, we need our food delivered. So you the fancy middle class nigga in your neighborhood. I love when Seamless and Blue Apron pull up to our block. We know how to stun on them. Get the hell out of here. Huh? That's what you do. That's what you doing. Crazy, we living good. We get mad Blue Apron at our crib. Oh, packaged processed food eating ass nigga. Huh? Just put it in the microwave. Come on. Got to be kidding me. These people out here. Swear for God. That's what y'all do. Hold on. So I'm trying to figure out where we go. Where we at once again? Hold on. Share this. If we here still and we see all these things going on, okay, let's keep going with yuppies. A September 2010 article in the Stand described the items of a typical Hong Kong resident's yuppie wish list based on 28 to 35 years old. A simple blah, 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 yuppie life. Adoption of yoga and other elements of Indian culture. Who said that in the chat? Regular Joe got you, such as their clothes, food, and furniture. You couldn't wait. You wasn't no different. You thought you made it when you were super black and you went down and met that old Senegalese nigga who sold you that old African tribal chair you got in your living room that nobody know how to sit in. That was you too. Trying to be a buppy. All of a sudden you trying to go buy black art because you saw one episode of the Cosby Show. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. In like the late 80s, parts of the 90s, all of our super black parents and stuff was all cute. They had Langston Hughes poems and books and everything. Get the fuck out of here. Incense, and everybody had an African mask. I was asking Rob on, I showed him. I guess he put up the videos or the stuff from the African American Day Parade. I was right next to him the whole time, So I'm like, look, the African mask. All right, this is what y'all gonna do, because I know this Kwanzaa season is coming up. Next time you go to the African festival, y'all don't ever notice they got the same mask and them same beads. You know why we messed up? Because we thinking that, that must be Sekou, and he crafted those back in his village. Them niggas imported all that shit from China. Y'all never be noticing it be the same mask. Like, they make a lot of these in their village. Man, please. They got us. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Them African masks to come up, y'all. I'm sorry. Wait till y'all go down. Where y'all going? To the Bayou Classic You know y'all got to get extra black now because Trump putting the pressure on people. So niggas gonna be down there buying all them fake African. Yo, before I get out of here, let me ask you chat something. I need the 40 people in here to put a 1 or a 2. Very important question, and please don't make me laugh while I ask it. Put a 1 if yes. Put a 2 if no. Y'all ready for the question? Here's the question. If Donald Trump and the U.S. government do something like the American Colonization Society, will you get free transportation to Liberia or Ghana? Would you go? Yes or no? If Donald Trump gave you free transportation, I'll sweeten the deal, and $5,000. Hear me out. Look at y'all. Listen to me, come on, y'all gonna make me laugh. Let me get to this. If Donald Trump gave you free transportation to Liberia or Ghana and $5,000, would you go? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm gonna wait a few seconds. Seriously, even y'all in the bushes, y'all can answer this. It's no. Yes, only 5K. Well, listen, let's see. There go black people. There go black people. Now you think you're gonna negotiate? Okay, choose. Okay. So with that said, he said $1 million. Damn, y'all ain't getting no million. Y'all better hope he give you anything. He gonna put you. Listen, he's sending Puerto Ricans to East Africa. Y'all never even heard the place where he sent that dude till he got sent there. Don't front. Even y'all that's black and African. When he sent that man over there, what was it? East Wani. I was like, yo, where the hell is that? Oh, I said, oh, Trump ain't playing. I never even heard of that country in Africa. And I ain't saying I'm the most, smartest Negro in the world, but I'm pretty random like that. If I ain't heard of it, how many of y'all really heard of it? What's that country name? It's Wani, Africa. Look, y'all can front if y'all want. Y'all ever heard of this country in your life? Trump sending people here, y'all. Y'all ever heard it? Come on, chat, tell the truth. Eswatini. Y'all never heard of no Eswatini, y'all. Come on, y'all. Right. That's where Donald Trump sent that Puerto Rican man, y'all. Look, it's probably in the article now. I know they probably updated the article because it was just in the news. Geography, politics. All right. So now that we got the name, because I'm gonna show y'all, I'm not bugging. Some of y'all know I ain't bugging, but I know I always have to prove it to the wokes. Okay, Eswatini. Watch. Eswatini. Google. Eswatini Trump. Look. See? Donald Trump's administration arranged for the deportation of individuals from the U.S. to the African kingdom of Eswatini as part of a controversial third country migrant program. Now, he's trying to scare us, y'all. What he's saying is, listen, If you keep playing, I'm not only going to send you to Africa, I'm going to send you to Africa somewhere you never even heard of before. Now, as African as you claim to you be, because you know the RBG national anthem, what you gonna do if he drop you off Eswatini? You can't say my brother and we all black. Everybody black, y'all. You can't use the my brother defense if they drop you in Eswatini looking for some help. Yo, we all brothers. And they gonna be like, yo, nigga, you ain't look around. We literally all brothers. We don't like each other. Welcome to Eswatini. Huh? None of you both heard of Eswatini. What you think? You gonna be the modern Asada and go over in Eswatini and live good? You can't find it on the map. So I ask these things to ask. At this point in our praying for the asteroid daily existence, if we're living, pardon me, I just had to eat some chips real quick, in an era that we see is mirroring the Gilded Age, although I didn't talk about it as much, in the 80s, and we see the same type of elements that millennials and Gen Z can clearly identify and see, and they are the future. They are the ones who need to see it and work through it. Then what can we take to push it forward, learning from those things? We can take in the midst of that creative solutions were materialized and straight from left field to keep the fight going. And it did well enough to get us to 2025. He said, I'm eating blue chips. Yo, can I keep it all the way 1,000? All right, fine. I'm not eating really blue chips, but y'all tell me if I'm gentrified or not. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all exactly what I'm eating. Some of y'all going to be like, yeah, those are fire. So here we go, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000. Search. Where the search at? I'm going to blow myself up. Pause. That's where I'm eating, y'all. Share this tab. That's where I'm eating from. Trader Joe's. What I'm eating right now. And y'all going to tell me if I'm lying. But I'm also keeping it ethnic, so y'all really can't be that mad at me. There you go, son. Anybody who... Where they at? Plantain. Oh. Plantain crisps, they call them. Come on, you gotta be precise. Come on, get your search engine together. Plantain crisps. They not really chips. That's why they like exclusive bougie. Where they at? All products. Yo, here they go. Let me show y'all. Where? Why won't let me show you that they so? How the young people say it? How y'all say it now? These chips is so fire that they don't even want me to show you. Y'all say fire a lot. I think it's weird, but I'm gonna go with it. Here you go. These right here. Yo, let me tell y'all something. The Trader Joe's plantain crisps. That's why I said I keep it ethnic too. Look, I'm doing it for the diaspora, Latin America and the Caribbean. Boom. So y'all can't really say I don't went full gentrifier because I'm eating technically diasporic dishes. You heard? But check this out. Fire. Fire. What y'all say? Fire emoji. I'm telling y'all, if y'all want to get your life right and see like some of the decent, acceptable gentrification palette choices, plantain crisps. Not the plantain chips, the plantain crisps. Son. Fire. Thank you, CL. CL, no, I'm not. Yo, what we do around here is we build. I know the numbers going now. I just thank y'all for chilling with us. We build. We learn a few things. We get some laugh. We get our dietary considerations in order. You know what I'm saying? There's no other channel who has 1,000,000 views. You see, I'm trying to still work that shit. There's no other channel with 1,000,000 views, y'all, who gives y'all such diversity. You know what I'm saying? Wellness, history, future, pull-ups on a lamppost in the ghetto somewhere. I mean, all of those things from one channel? Come on, y'all. Who else put you on to plantations and plantain chips? Nobody on YouTube. Those are the facts. Nobody y'all ever met put you on to the peanut gallery, would show you that you could laugh through all this shit. Plantains and plantations? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. You feel me? Also, yuppies. So here's the deal, y'all. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna take some of y'all my homies who I've been around for a while. OS, stop laughing. You late. So here's the thing. I want to make a new channel. I want to make it different. I'm gonna take some suggestions if y'all want to. What should I do a new channel about? Yeah, I don't mean to eat in your ear, so I'm gonna ask that before I get out of here, Chris. That's my last question. I'm being sincere. I try to be from time to time. If you want to help donate so I can continue using my AI, I would appreciate it. But here's a question. Oh, wow. Yeah? Okay. Just keep doing it up. I like the food. No, it's a new channel. Listen, to tell you the truth, baby, yo, this channel will probably stay up if I do something else. Like this will give me motivation to keep this going. All right, so I'm doing it, y'all. I'm not bullshitting no more. I'm putting the Futurism channel up today because enough of y'all have been asking. I just like a futurist, yo, OS. I really do like no nerdy tech stuff, y'all. Like, I'm not trying to impress nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because I got my 1,000,000 views. I'm gonna do that again. I got my 1,000,000 views really without going into my tech side of you know what I'm saying? My demonstration. I learned that from the Baltimore people. They say demonstration a lot, so I'm putting that in my vocabulary too. But you know what I'm saying? I feel that at this point with my 1,000,000 views, I said it again, my 1,000,000 views that I got over not even my 1,000,000 views, because a whole bunch of us in this channel, but y'all get the picture. My 1,000,000 views, that is a perfect time for me to put forth. I said forth with an F on the end. Forth, my new thing. Right. This is exactly why. It's a future. Thank you, CL. This is 100%. I'm 100,000% serious about this. But I want some of y'all to come over to the new world, but I don't want you to have this perception like, oh, so we're going to be talking when Marcus Garvey fought the robots or something like that. This is all, I can't go from being highly melanated because that's just who I am, but this ain't when the Moors invented prompt engineering. Black futurism. Say no more. I'm doing it. That's all I want. That's all. I got it now. I'm doing it. I appreciate that, y'all. I needed to see that to see if I was bugging, trying to talk to the same people. Because y'all, let me tell y'all how it is. I'm watching all stuff. They be like, oh, no, no, no. You could go a whole nother world in YouTube. And not like, oh, no, some of the people cool. They just not, they don't know I do that. But now that, you know what I'm saying, I'm a 1,000,000 view type of person. I did it again, y'all. I'm a 1,000,000 view type of person. Then I figure it's time for me to expand. So this is kind of like, but not really, when Leon left. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really just leaving the group. It's more like, how can I say this? Who left the group wasn't really. Oh, this more like my damn. This more like my Andre 3000 era. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that's apropos. He was a 3000 futurist type of thing. That's where I'm going. Like Outcast is always together, but like nigga, like I might get a flute or a piccolo, all that type of wow. Yes, that's what Rob. That's what we are. In some way, we are like Outcast. Me and Rob. I'll definitely have to take the fall, and I'm Andre 3000. I also got Erica Badu in this situation. Go, Lord, I won. And Rob is definitely more like Big Boy Pause, right? Y'all expect him to do all of that, you know, thuggery stuff he does so well. And I'm more of a like, yo, let's just get a flute and get high. And like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. After our million, because I'm a million view type of person, these is revelations. I did it again, y'all. And I just came to that revelation. We're definitely the outcast of Woketopia, so that works. But Rob is definitely like Big Boy, and I'm more over 3000. Like, I don't mind. I will wear a knitted hat. You know who make dope knitted hats? They go a side plug somehow. Gully TV make dope like them knitted hats like the Shea Butter Queens used to knit back in the day. Any of y'all a certain age, remember when Shea Butter Queens used to knit stuff? Shea Butter Queens of today turned into like Ozempic nightmares. Y'all don't even knit stuff no more. Remember when like what happened to the head wrap? Is there a movement where the natural will come back? I have questions right now. Listen, men out here have been rocking these old mountain man beards and all this stuff as a trend, and that came back. Y'all can't bring back the natural and the head, at least the head wrap. If you're not gonna get natural, you can't bring the head. Hey, yo, let me tell y'all something, ladies. Negroes in the hood, even project niggas, like they was really feeling the Badu era. But those are facts. Let me, brothers, close your ears for a second. Ladies that's in here, right? The dudes was feeling the Badu era because grown man will tell you, people of a certain age appreciate this. In the movies, the key was to get the nerdy girl. Like the nerdy, the one who always went to school, nobody had her. She might have been, what is that, smelling incense or, get her chakra line once a month, them type of chicks. Somehow in your lifetime, millennials and Gen Z, the scripper became the prize. And that's where things went wrong. The scripper was never the prize. Shout out to all my scripper ladies out there, because some of them are my homies, but they know they wasn't never the prize. The prize was the girl who finally got her braces off, or you, or some old wild. Like that's what we all wanted, even the thugs. What happens is the script club queen took over and things went awry, went astray. Go look at Cooley High. Look who Preach was chasing. Go look at the old movies. Go look how timid and reserved Janet Jackson was when Todd Bridges was harassing her on different strokes. This is where we are right now. Bring back the Badu queen. That's what we need. Look, you saw how Jill Scott ended up. She ended up in the perfect way. I'm gonna end it on this. Y'all remember when Jill Scott first came out, right? All of us was looking. She gave the big girls a run. Jill Scott had it all. She was natural. She figured out like, yo, I could wear them African clothes and my big butt fit in here real nice. Jill Scott had it, right? Boom. Then you see her progressing. She got all grown. Then she married some African boy or something like that in there. But you saw what she was doing and playing them tricks. You was like, I knew Jill Scott was a freak. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That last Jill Scott run she did when we thought she was half crazy doing all those suggestive things. Hmm? Hmm? Jill Scott, perfect example. Big bone, freaky Shea Butter Queen, wasn't she? Hold on, y'all. Y'all think I'm playing? Huh. Jill Scott, sexual. Hold on. Y'all gonna act like I don't know. Y'all don't know. Jill Scott, sexual. What she say, y'all? 8 times Jill Scott celebrated sexuality through songs. OK Player has it. You see? Jill Scott, she was kind of shea buttery. She wore the outfits, but she was like, there you go. Microphone fellatio is what they called it. I'm not making it up. Microphone fellatio. Shea butter queen. And then y'all found out, ooh, big girls like that too. Now I ask y'all ladies, you see how we all fall for Jill Scott? Jill Scott should be your model. Good shea butter queen. She kept the little natural outfits and all that other stuff. Even married her little African boy. Had all look. Mm-hmm. I ain't with all that hair stuff, but that's another story. Ladies, bring back the shea butter queen. Thank you. I don't even know, like, where do we go from here, folks? Everybody know I ain't lying. People in the chat to act quiet if y'all want. Y'all know I ain't telling you. Y'all was like, yo, shorty is ill. I want one of them shea butter queens that's on the low, kind of like a microphone fiend. Ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. If we go back to that era, I bet you see a lot less niggas sliding. I bet you see more of these old poetic Andre 3000 Negroes running around the hood that y'all looking for again. If you go back to your shea butter greatness, I bet that. On that note, yes, okay. No, they're not. The shea butter queens are what's coming back. Let me be honest about that. Ladies, y'all need to hear this too. Whether y'all nasty Negroes realizing a lot, the BBL Build Abroad era is over. Ladies is getting them, what they call them, stank buns removed now and getting the tatas removed now and going natural. So we are clearly on back to a natural persuasion of women, one which is what? More identifiable to the classic Negro, because these Build Abroad chicks that was out here for the past decades, all, come on, y'all. Enough. So what I'm saying is you keep looking for builder bras out here when the consensus is, listen, they want to get rid of that stuff so bad, they sticking themselves with Ozempic every 30 minutes that they can. They're going to all put a pin in their fake butts now and pop it. We're back to the shea butter era. We're in the future. What does that got to do for us? During that era, creativity came about. Control of the music, control of the culture was one mechanism of how we got through things. We have no control of that. So where is our outlet? How do we express these things? When now, I just told Rob Warner, say you can't even go out because you started playing Mr. Charlie and them Donald Trump game, Corey, and the whole damn club is roped off. You got to spend what, $500 to get a seat or a table, can't dance nowhere because every place in the club is roped off. How do you millennials go out now when all of y'all are standing behind ropes? Make that make sense. Whole club standing behind ropes. Yo, invite her behind our rope, yo. What kind of weird shit? I don't know how y'all do it nowadays. Corey, y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all go out and the whole club is roped off like somebody got shot and y'all can't go over. Like what? How you get allergic to the dance floor at a dance club? And now that I'm getting out of here, you ain't lying. Yo, let me tell you this, that work. Nels, check this out, people. Nels, which was a dope spot on 14th Street and between 8th and 9th Avenue, like for a very long time. Nels is now Dre's. And anybody who knows Vegas knows Dre's used to be my favorite after hour spot on the whole planet years ago. So Nels is now Dre's. That's how much the world has changed. I walked past it the other day. I said, wait a minute, Dre's in New York? Yep. Nels is now Dre's. That's crazy. Here. Dre's, New York. Yeah. Yep. Nels was a club on 14th Street. Here you go. Here you go. Dre's shy. Here you go. So this is Dre. Well, just as Dre's in New York. And if you see the address, right? 244 West 14th Street. That's the same building. Those who went to Dre's. And look, remember how Nels had that color downstairs? They kept everything pretty much throughout the years. But that's Dre's. That's where Nels was. Remember the doors Nels had? They got the same doors or whatever, but now it's Dre's. Crazy, right? Unless you know how the world has changed. But look, everything is some roped off area probably, and come on, man, nobody want to do that no more. Stop trying to act like them people. We go to clubs to dance and have a good time. And on lastly, you all weird niggas, can you please give the champagne a break? I we gave up our culture the moment I start going out, and you, felonious predicate felon niggas sharing champagne. I'm sorry, y'all. That don't look tough, and the champagne era is over. Stop sharing champagne. Go back to, I don't know, whiskey or something. 40s. There you go. Go back to 40s. My brothers, this is what I ask you. Please stop drinking champagne. Yeah, they predicate felons, Corey. You know they are. Predicate felons. Here go another thing. Y'all won't let me leave, right? Predicate felons, what they do, Corey. And this is from hood to hood. And y'all could feel me in Atlanta. Yeah, this is something we can all agree on while I leave. Predicate felons from hood to hood drink the fruitiest drinks that you have ever seen. Tell me I'm lying. This is hood to hood. They drink all the drinks. Go into the local hood bar and look at the counter. Everybody got red drinks and blue drinks and green drinks and all type of glow in the dark drinks. The most felonious, scary predicate felons that you will see, hood tough guys drink like Skittles colored drinks. These are facts. And this is from coast to coast. This is not a New York thing. I've seen this in Cali. I've seen it in Detroit, Atlanta. Tell me I'm lying, y'all. Stand around drinking Skittles colored drinks. Tough niggas, killers, gangsters. Hmm? We got a lot of work to do in this culture, bro. A lot of work. So, through it all, I know the wolves have just been, I don't know, wanting to hear something different and laugh and maybe learn a new thing. Hopefully, I provided that. Yeah, whoa. See, Chris, I'm about to get over here. Don't make me do it. So, I mentioned about women getting rid of the BBLs. Chris, you live in the only place on the planet where the men got to get rid of the BBLs. Make that make sense, my nigga. Make that make sense. So on that note, folks, um, I hope that you have learned at least one new thing. Gotta laugh. Um, and thank you for my motivation. I'm going forward with the futurism stuff that I have planned. Please stay tuned. Like I said, I think it'll be real cool. I can now show some other parts of my existence. You flag in the chat. Hey, yo, Chris, you might win now. Trump is the only person I know who somebody said a fact against him. That nigga turned around and said, I'm suing. And YouTube, the same station I'm on, I just saw early in the week, said, all right, chill, we just gonna give you $25 million. For what? How you gonna say, no, I'm just gonna give you $25 million? For what you do wrong? That is the biggest Debo you will ever see in America. And Negro America better pay attention. So on that note, Ashe Hotep, Habari Ghani, if you would like me to support me in paying for my VO, ChatGPT, Kling, NAN, Suno, and the other 18 products that I use, I would appreciate it. And that's where that type of donation goes toward. And I'm going to make some more cool content, and I'm motivated now. I don't know, for this channel, I'll put out some of the history content that I've been working on. Because, now that I'm a million view channel, I realize that it's time for change because nothing's consistent. And we want to bring the movement into the future. You know what I'm saying? And we're really reflecting on this journey to this million views. And I just hope that you people are so kind to work with me for us to get Reboot MBK. You know what? I'm going to consider, fine. That way I could change it up all brand new, right? And go back to, y'all could thank Riasa. Actually, y'all could thank Rob Bourne because he's been asking me for 10 years to do it in certain ways. And I will unprivate the videos. MBK may come back. Oh, thank you. This is why, like I say, the women are always Eve should have knew better and got her a new man. That's what I try to tell you. The women knew better. Know what's up, because the only thing I ask for is to all this. I'll give the world and everything I have is to just say two things. I'm a prophet and I'm an artist. And what happens is the art community doesn't want to recognize me. And so I have to torture them. And before I leave, and now I got to show you examples of this. Hold on. And I hope that person is in the chat because he knows exactly what I'm about to play. As soon as I can get there, hold on. I'm going to show y'all some of the AI stuff. Yes, it's AI. Where is it? Because I know I just sent it to him the other day. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. God damn, where the fuck? Okay, so this is what happens. Share this tab. This is what happens to artists, because I hope this person who I made this for is in the chat. But this is what happens to artists who don't respect the Black Robot, and my artwork. Pay attention. Thank you. You see what happens? You end up becoming a victim. And I hope the person who this was for, because they know who they are, who is an artist, but constantly disrespects my art because I am an artist from the future, that person knows what's happening. So 2 things. Profit, just because it's like I can see stuff weird, whatever. But I am an artist. And whether it be about some old Negro history or about the future, I am an artist. And to that person who that was for, thanks to Rob Bourne, now I can tell you I am a million view artist person who's a hater. And it is thanks to people like Thurman Gould, Chris, Vayasa, Corey, VC. Because y'all sit up here and listen to some nutty nigga. At least, yo, I hope y'all at least driving home or at least, somewhere where y'all listen to me help y'all to get from one place to the next. That's what I'm on. I enjoy that. Like I know y'all riding on some old dusty ass back road somewhere trying to get to your next plantation or Amazon warehouse or whatever. And I just hope that I could provide a little something so you could laugh while you're going and working for the white man, claiming your revolutionary ways. That's all I ask, y'all. I'm not doing the Razor song CL because the Razor song is about to get remixed. Why you think I've been in a cut? Okay? That's all I ask, Thurman and Ryan. Y'all know. If you tune in and you getting through your miserable existence as a black person in America, hopefully I can make you laugh through it. That's what I'm here for. There you go. You see? And along the way, you got to listen to some vitriol about Dwight and them, hopefully in your ear, like, you know what? I'm going to get through working for Dwight and them because truth made me laugh. And with that said, this is the longest I'll see you guys later ever. If you want to donate, I'll do it again for you. Habari Gani, Hotep, Shalom, Arigato, Alvida Zane, Habari Gani, and long live the robot.